vacation policy would also not be engaged with a customer and not provide a great service.
Well, they don't want stress.
Did you say they were not paid for vacation?
No, they are. So they have it's take what you want.
And you got paid for it.
And you get paid for it. And you would think it might backfire, but it did not.
Well, you know, I would, if I was an executive of that company, I'm not sure if it's public or private, my first opinion is, you know what, this is going to be a way to vet my employees, because if employees are going to be abusing the privilege, they're probably not people I want around for the long term anyway.
Exactly. And what
I like companies. I don't know how many of your top 10 do this, but I like companies that allow you to take a sabbatical.
Yes.
That's why I was surprised that Apple wasn't on there. There are many companies that allow you, perhaps after 2 or 3, 4, 5 years, whatever, to take a 6, 10-week sabbatical and just to do what you want to do.
Jack, do you know of any companies that offer a sabbatical these days? Because I'm not sure I do.
Oh, well, I don't know. I wouldn't bet my life on it, but 3M, for instance, is another company where 3M allows you to work on side projects, separate and apart from your job, and they allow you X amount of time to work on other projects. That's how Post-it note was invented, by the way. So it might be interesting to do a Google search for companies that offer sabbaticals. I bet there's a correlation between those that do and the popularity in the workplace.
Yeah, it's interesting. Back when I was in college, I knew of a couple people who had gotten to take sabbaticals, and a few years ago, my old college roommate got to take one, and I believe he worked for a subsidiary of Apple. So I know that as of 3 or 4 years ago, they still allowed that. But yeah, it's funny that you bring that up, just because I haven't heard about anybody having that kind of sabbatical in a really long time.
Well,
yeah, they still exist.
For the Wegmans food market, if you'd like to see a picture of it, you can go to that cnnmoney.com. It's got an aisle, and it talks about the look and the feel that Carolann was discussing. And since you brought up Google, I think we can go ahead and go to number 4, because number 1, I can't believe it's higher up, but again, I'm kind of thinking, who even works for Google? But there are people back there behind all this Google stuff, thousands of people.
And Google is doing some hiring around the country now. They're not just in California anymore.
Well, you've got to go on.
If you want a challenge, if you want to deliver a challenge to your listeners, ask somebody to see if they can call and have anybody at Google answer the phone.
Oh, what will happen? I don't know.
Nothing. You will not find a phone. You will not find someone to answer a phone at Google.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, and it's got a really fun picture on the number 4 ranking. If you click on Google, it's got a picture of some of their office space, workspace, where there's a team playing foosball. Another team is sitting on really comfy couches with colorful tables and balls. And boy, he's wearing hot pink tennis shoes. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's kind of a weird fashion
I was going to say,
choice.
he doesn't look very comfortable at all. I'm not sure what he's doing.
But because a lot of folks that are listening either live or in the archive later, they're going to understand Google, have known Google, have used Google. So let's talk about the number 4 ranked Google and what makes them so great, how they got their number 4 ranking in the top 10 of the top 100 best places to work.
One of them is that you could do that on a ball and not get fired.
I don't know. What are they doing?
I'm not sure.
Going to have to link through our Lunch and Learn show and see what they're doing.
I will tell you one thing that makes Google popular, not as much now as it was a few years ago, is the fact that they provide equity. They provide stock options to all employees.
Well, let me go through what they've got here. That is fantastic, because I know that keeps and holds and is a benefit as well as an enticement for people to go and work for other companies.
And they also promote creativity. I mean, part of why you've got such really neat things always coming out at Google is because they set up an environment that's directed towards creativity and innovation. And if you think about most work environments, in what differentiates the best place to work list here, is that most of these companies and most of what we do in this country is now about knowledge work and services, which requires a creative brain to solve problems. And if we keep treating people like they're cogs in a machine, it tends to stifle their creativity. So I would imagine any company that wants innovation, creates that environment, has a really good chance of becoming a great place to work.
Well, and what they
think about who they hire. Think about who they hire over there. It's all Gen X, Gen Y. I mean, there is no longer. We are way past the days where you work 33 years with a gold watch.
Yeah.
My dad retired from Illinois Bell. It became Ameritech at the end. But the point is, my dad's generation. He's now 79 years old. They stayed with the same company 33 years in a gold watch.
Yeah.
My company, my generation, our generation, Jennifer, the baby boomers, we will change jobs 8 times before we're 50 years old.
Uh-oh.
You're changing jobs again? Unless you're an entrepreneur, I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm already there. And I'm only
we may not change careers 8 times, but on average, the statistics will bear me out. At the age of 50, a person will have gone through 8 different jobs today.
I agree.
I can see it.
And with ever-changing technology and growth and change, and then our expanding world and how we can actually do business in our homes versus have to fly across the country, that can also be something that keeps someone at a company, keeps them happy. But number 4 ranked Google. What makes them so great, according to this survey, and this is just a piece of the survey, the search giant is famous for its laundry list of perks, including free food at any of the cafeterias.
Oh, hello.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have any of the heavier set folks taking advantage of that in this picture.
Now, you know why they do that, don't you?
No.
Because they have employees that work around the clock.
That's true. They do own up that they work them hard.
They don't have to leave their desk.
Well,
Not very far.
Well, that's the other thing is that at least in California, Google's got a pretty big and closed-in campus, so it does make it hard to get out and have a bite. But the fact that it's free, that makes sure that teams eat together too. That's pretty cool.
Google is not just a job; it's a social experience.
Yes.
It's like Starbucks came out with the business model when they first started. They wanted to be the 3rd place, the place between home and work. They marketed their brand was the 3rd place. Google, with their compound, they want to be the only place. They want you to get up, head out there to the compound, and spend your entire day and night there, whether it's work, whether it's social. They're consuming your time, and people do it not because they have to, but because they want to.
Yeah, and they make it easy. I think that's the key. One of the things that used to bug me early in my career, where I was, the young single and out, is that I used to joke around that I needed a wife to handle all the things that these other people had.
Wives need wives.
Yes, I needed a wife to do the laundry and make sure my stuff got to the dry cleaning and do the shopping and all of that. Because I was pretty resentful that these guys got to go home and put their feet up and got served, and I still had a whole other hassle of work to do. But at Google, they make it really easy with the free laundry and the free food and
free climbing wall. Not a climbing wall where you're just free falling.
Yeah.
But they have a climbing wall. I mean, it's just amazing. It says last year, with revenues up more than 20%, Google sweetened this already rich pot of perks by giving every employee a 10% pay hike. Google can also award one another $175 per shot bonuses last year. More than 2/3 of them did so. So, I mean, to me, this is a wonderful way to, yes, there's money involved here but it's not always and not everything. So like we talked about before, money not being a motivator, it's still a great way to reward and acknowledge, but do you have to do it on huge scales? No, because they're still having...
We talk about money, and I think I might have mentioned this last week. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it allows you to be sad in some pretty exotic locations, right?
Yeah. It doesn't...
It's not about money. Money just gives you options.
Yeah.
But the other thing that not everybody knows about is Google owns YouTube, for instance.
Yes.
And they own several other companies that they provide autonomy to, where people by the mothership, Google.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
mothership.
The mothership. I love it.
We will give you again the website for you to go to look up the list that we found that we're going off of. This is not a list that we created. It was actually found on Google. I'm surprised Google couldn't rank themselves number one
No kidding.
with Google rankings. But these are the top 100. We're going through the top 10. And throughout the month of Best Places to Work Month on the Lunch and Learn show, we'll have what CNNmoney.com, Fortune Magazine, and a few others have filtered into this website. The top 10 and talk about why not. And we'd love for you to chat. You can even comment on our Lunch and Learn show page on Facebook. If there's a company that you think was the best place to work and why, put that out there this week and I'll keep throwing it out in the feed. So if you guys would like to contribute, we'll bring it up on the next show. We definitely want to thank Jack Workington for being our guest yet again this week, and we got a whole hour with him. Thank you, Jack.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you both, Carolann, Jennifer. Thanks for the opportunity.
We appreciate it, and if you guys want to reach Jack, connect with him, his website, his company, his workshops, and all the opportunities coming up, speaking engagements, you can go to beharmony.info. You could go to the lunchandlearnshow.com. You can find him on our fan page. We've been tagging him on our fan page. He's got a Twitter page. We were talking about Jack Snacks before, so you can find Jack Snacks on Twitter. What's that, Jack?
It's Jack Snack 56 on Twitter.
Jack Snacks 56. Hopefully everyone can see that in the chat room or get to us on our archives. Again, you can watch us live noon to 1 Central Standard Time at the lunchandlearnshow.com, or you can go direct to Justin TV, the Jacobs and Looney Show.
Yes.
You can also watch the archives on both locations, and we'll throw some highlights up to our YouTube.
Yep.
Thanks again for joining us today, and you can reach Carolann Jacobs at vividepiphany.com.
Yes.
And you can reach Jennifer Looney at beharmony.info. You're also welcome to become a fan of the Lunch and Learn Show. Lunch and Learn Show on Facebook, and B=Harmony. That's B=HARMONY. And they actually have we have enough fans that we've had our own URL for Facebook for probably almost 9 months now, and it's actually facebook.com/BeHarmony events.
Very good.
It's real easy to find. So thanks again for tuning in. Thank you, Jack.
You're welcome. Have a good weekend. See you Monday.
Catch you later.